Hello and welcome to Cupid, a visual novel. Yeah, I'm not really a person of those type of games, even though I like reading and fan fictions and stuff. Fan fictions and creepypastas are more of a thing that I read. Yeah, and then this is on Steam. It's free at the time. I don't know if it's gonna put a price on it or not. Yet, I really didn't know much of what was going on. So now I'm just gonna start reading whatever it says. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. There's no need to explain. It's only natural. Mother loves her daughter more than anything else in the world. He hates you, doesn't he? A whole lot of them despise you, don't they? Chasing you in the forest and gouging a hole in your leg. All because you smiled at their husbands. And you know what? You deserve it. You freak. Disgusting, horrible, filthy little girl. Didn't I tell you to stay away from them? You never listen. Well, it seems like I don't. Serves you right for being the dirty girl you are. But you don't have to worry, my darling. It's alright. Even if the whole world wishes you dead, I promise you this. Your mother will always be by your side. My goodness, child. What has happened to you? Yeah, that's gonna be my priest voice. I don't even know. A girl was slumped in the doorway, soaked by the rain. Her legs are covered in the dirt and blood. She lifted her head upon hearing the priest's voice and stared at him with blank eyes. Aw, man. Trying to have female voice ain't gonna work. This is gonna be a moment. Bless me, Father. Yep, that's gonna be close that I'm never gonna get. For I have sinned. She hobbled forward, her bloodied leg giving away. A bloodied leg. Automatically, the priest rushed forward to steady her. Years of spiritual training has prepared him for the most unexpected guests to this church. To his church, yep. He sprung into action, saying his church like he's the only one that goes there. He ushered her paw, brought out some clean cloth and yeah, that's close to me trying to say that word also, and began to bandage the wound on her leg. Yet throughout all this, he found that he couldn't take his eyes off her. He would be gazing at the roll, gazing at the roll of bandages in his hand, deciding how to tie them. And then out of nowhere, he would be staring into her eyes. It sounds a bit creepy. Even with all the mud and grim smeared across her face, he couldn't deny that she was absolutely beautiful. How old was she? 20, 18, 16? Yeah, I don't know. Her face was so young. Well, should be. Just look at it. Just look at it. The priest had long since aged past his desire for the opposite sex. What? But somehow, something about her enraptured him. So he's saying that the priest, either he's saying he doesn't have the urge for females, or he's saying he's gay. And I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, but I'm just saying, something. Yeah, I don't know what to go about that. When he realized his own thoughts, he quickly steered his mind towards other matters. My child, what happened to you? Yeah, it's just gonna keep changing. She seemed to take all the time in the world before responding. Well, it takes me forever just to click to the next sentence. He looked at me. Oh man, I don't even know what's gonna. It's like, what you mean? Looked. He looked at me and he touched me. Well, that sounds like rape. And then he started to kiss me. Well, that uh, if it's a stranger, should be hearing about stranger danger or something. At first, the priest didn't understand, yet neither did I. Then he realized, with a jolt of anger, what she meant. It was happening more and more often nowadays. The young men of France these days were spirited, uncontrollable ruffians. A lady walking home by herself one night will be prey to a few number of them. But what she's wearing looks like a hobo. Mom, just keep going. Lust. One of the 7 deadly sins. The one that the priest personally despised the most. That just reminded me of the anime. 7 deadly sins. That was good. If you haven't watched it, you should. Did that rhyme? I think it did. Furrowing his brow in sorrow, the priest laid a hand on her thigh. Well, you might want to move that hand there, since she had some type of experience. You're safe now, child. God's house is a sanctuary for the faithful. I don't think he'll protect me. Well, he looked at her in confusion. You see, Father, I have sinned again. Well, why? Oh, not the Skype sounds. Right there among the pews before the altar of God, she bowed her head. I'm sorry. Was she apologizing to him or to someone else? Her hair hid her face and her eyes, and the priest could make neither head nor tail of her. He suddenly realized that his hand was still on her thigh, and he hurriedly threw it away. Threw it. I'm sorry. She repeated this phrase over and over. After a while, the priest got up. Don't fret, child. You are not to blame. We don't know what's going on, but that's a good thing to make you feel happy. I will contact the local constable, but in the meantime, you are free to make yourself at home here. I'll fetch you a hot drink. Like some tea? Because I like some tea. He patted her head and left to go to the back room. She remained seated on the pew, her head bent forward. As the priest's footsteps faded away, the entire church fell into silence. Okay. What am I supposed to click? Now that it was the dead of night, the clouds covered the sky. Oh yeah, that was another reason why I wanted to play. It's like 4 in the morning. 5 in the morning. I just went to check my phone. Barely a silver of the moonlight filtered through the stained glass. The girl sat alone in a ring of darkness. She opened her mouth. No, I know. If I might say my piece, surely. Yes, yes, mother. Well, but he's so very kind. What? So I have a choice here. Fear for your safety. Have you learned your lesson, idiot? It's like I'm a nice person, so my brain's going more of this one. I'll just choose this one. Child, follow mother's words and leave. You saw the look in his eyes, didn't you? You cannot stay here. Even a man of God can stain you with the filthiest colors. Listen, to me, that sounds racist. I don't know why. Be a good girl and follow your mother's words. But it's cold outside, mother. The rain has not let up. Can't I stay? So what, am I just like the girl's mom's ghost? Can't be that rude. That'd be the calm. I suppose you can, but you must be wary of everyone in church. Do you understand? You are so weak, my darling. You give my heart so much pain. Well, I think you might be a ghost, so it doesn't really matter. I'm sorry, mother. I'll try my best to stay out of trouble. How I'm going to mind you like this? You attract so much misfortune everywhere you go. Wow, you sound pretty mean. You might want to chill. This is all your for my poor child. My poor child, all the way, because no, I'm still not mean like that. My stupid little girl, well, that's still mean-ish. Always a blight on you. Whatever you do without me, whatever will you do without me, I'm sorry, mother. Thank you for always guiding me. It's all my fault. Don't need takes of the heart. The girl sat in silence. Mother was right. After all, she was always right. Everything was her fault. What? Her fist shook in a mixture of fear and